We focused a lot on technical skilling, but really the magic is taking the technology and applying it to solve business problems. Welcome to the Microsoft Cloud Executive Enablement Series. The goal of this new series is to enable you to bring the value of the Microsoft Cloud to your customers, with a real focus on the leaders, business development executives, and senior managers in your firms that are on the front line helping customers solve business problems every day. During this series, you'll have an opportunity to hear from our own senior leaders who are going to share how you can leverage Microsoft capabilities to drive innovation and digital transformation and help you grow your business. My name is Kelly Rogan, and I lead Microsoft's Global System Integrator and Advisory business.
Hi, my name is Julie Sanford. I'm the Vice President for Partner Go-to-Market Programs and Experiences on our Global Partner Solutions team.
I'm excited to be here with you, Julie, to launch this series. I know it's been in the works for a while now, and the goal is to ensure that our partners on the front line, their business leaders, their senior managers, their solution architects, if you will, really have what they need to bring the power of Microsoft to our collective customers and win more. So, Julie, can you tell us a little bit more about your team and their role?
Our mission that we show up every day is to really focus on how we can make sure that we're going to market in harmony with our partners. And so that's across every element of the go-to-market strategy. So we start by translating how Microsoft goes to market and into partner growth plans. And then we make sure we're making the incremental and right investments across the whole partner lifecycle, as well as the customer journey. So whether that's investments in enablement and skilling and capabilities, or in key programs like pre-sales activity, all the way through to consumption, to make sure that our collective customers are really getting the value out of the investments that they've made with us.
I love that word, harmony. That's a good way to describe it. And, when you talk about your mission, there's a couple areas that pop for me that are really near and dear to the hearts, I think, of our GSIs. One is the capability and capacity building, and secondarily, just the whole go-to-market execution backbone, if you will, and really what helps us go to scale with these partners. I think it's amazing. I know you and I have been on this journey for a while with solution areas and solution plays and just really lining up top to bottom and then giving our partners an opportunity to bring all their goodness to layer on top and bring solutions to customers. So absolutely critical. Can you tell us a little bit more about what our partners can expect from this series?
First, we heard the feedback. We heard from our partners that they want us to be investing in sales enablement content that complements the technical certification content that we roll out aligned to the solution areas. The second piece is to make sure we're doing a great job at articulating the key differentiators of the Microsoft Cloud. And then finally, just the format of the content. We've worked really hard to make sure that this is a consumable set of series for our partners to consume in the way that they want to.
Love it. And the focus on differentiation, why Microsoft will really help. I like to say we would love our partners to be in a position to bring the value of Microsoft to their clients when we're not in the room. And that's definitely the goal. And the focus on making it easy to consume, even better, because I know we have a ton of content already, but sometimes it's just hard to find what you need. And now is the time, right? We know how important it is. Our partners have done a great job in technical skilling, so much more we'd love to do together. The sales enablement will really help. So let's talk a little bit about the content itself. Can you share more?
Yeah, we're so excited about this. So what we're launching in the first 3 series is a focus on core concepts, the second on the breadth of our solution areas, and the third is on enterprise applications. And so for the core concepts, think of that as Azure infrastructure, security, AI. Focusing on our breadth of our solution areas would be the add-on value like business applications, Teams, etc., even Windows. And finally, the focus on unlocking the value of some of our strategic ISVs that deliver enterprise applications like SAP and Epic and the like.
I love it. And that last category is so huge for our GSIs. They have tremendous capability and, unlocking the power by surrounding with Microsoft solutions sounds like a great ad.
Yeah, we're excited about it. So Kelly, why do you think the time is now for our partners to lean in with us on this particular initiative?
Oh, it's just an amazing time to, again, bring the core capabilities that we've invested in for many years that, are really serving the market well, but there's so much more opportunity. Think about our focus on industry and really translating how they help their clients transform an industry through to the technical solutions that make it real. the sky's the limit. There's just so much opportunity. Our GSIs are also already really embedded in our customers and understand their current application portfolio super deep. And so again, any opportunity to drive optimization, to innovate is going to rely on their skills to really make it real. And so it is the time. They are trusted advisors with our customers, and I think the opportunity is endless. In addition to the amazing opportunity, I know that we can always improve ease of doing business. That's something else that we heard. And I'm really excited about some of the structure and the programs your team's putting in place so that we can extend, the value to our partners. Can you share a little bit more?
So I think the best example is the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program that, as you know, we launched in October. And that is very clearly aligned to the solution areas and how Microsoft goes to market. And then we're making incremental investments to make sure that we are supporting execution across the entire customer journey so that we can go to market in harmony. So whether that's making investments in skilling and capacity and capability, or whether that's in our pre-sales activity work we do together, all the way through to consumption and making sure that our collective customers are really getting the value out of the technology and services that they're investing in.
When I talk to these partners, we talk about the difference between repeatable solutions at scale and depth and how they're both critical. And, that is the magic of Microsoft and our global reach and really helping identify how our partners extend what we've built and, leveraging some of the mechanisms you described to really reach as many customers as possible. So
exactly.
Excited to learn more.
Kelly, can you share some examples about how your partners are leveraging skilling to accelerate either the deal velocity or closure of their opportunities?
Absolutely. Having trained professionals, having the right level of experience and certification is always a prerequisite when a customer or client's going out looking for their partner. And so it's been great to see how invested they are. The numbers just keep going up, and it's in some cases table stakes to compete. I've also seen in some strategic partnerships where we're working with these GSIs with big partnerships with our collective customers, where our willingness to invest in the deal construct itself and additional skilling or tailored skilling. So maybe the core concept are understood, but it's really about application to a given business problem or bringing teams together and doing more joint skilling. So big factor here. And I appreciate your team continuing to innovate with us as we kind of learn, what's really resonating.
Yeah, it's almost leveraging skilling to make sure we're collectively being customer obsessed. What do we need to do to meet the needs of the customer?
Absolutely. I think it's an old saying, right? The best sales tool is great delivery.
Yeah.
And to deliver well, you need to be skilled. So super critical. Well, thank you, Julie. And thank you to everyone listening. I'm sure this series is going to be fantastic. It really does hit on a need that has come our way. And as I like to say, we want our partners to be enabled to bring the power of the Microsoft Cloud to their clients when we're not in the room. And many of them have choice. They do advise their clients on multiple platforms, and we want to make sure they're super well equipped so that their customers really understand what they can get from us. So appreciate your help on this series and appreciate everyone listening and look forward to your feedback.
And that wraps up today's episode. Don't forget that this episode is a part of a series featuring some of our most experienced and innovative global executives, packed full of great insights and examples of how to make the most out of working alongside Microsoft. If you haven't already, make sure to check out our other episodes. No matter your industry or area of focus, the Microsoft Global Partner Enablement team is here to enable you and your teams to achieve more. If you want to hear a little more of this episode, we have a podcast which has some more of our discussion and some bonus content. If there's an area of cloud innovation you'd like to hear more about, please send us a note at salesenablement-gsi@microsoft.com so that we can create content that meets your enablement needs. Thank you for listening, thank you for engaging with us, and thank you for being a Microsoft partner. We'll see you on the next episode of the Microsoft Cloud Executive Enablement Series.